Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. People, remember I was telling you about George, the groin muscle? He's starting to heal. He is. He's starting to heal. If you're new to my channel, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing because you never know what you're getting over here on Dee's channel and Doug. Right now, His Majesty is upstairs playing a farming game. Yes, my friends, if you're new to the channel, he has a farm game that he plays. It's a simulating farm game. He thinks he's Joe the farmer up there, and we just let him go. That's right. Anyway, we talked about George, the groin muscle. It's starting to dissipate. So don't you know, I got a pain in the bone in the back. You know, we're going to call him Bob. All right, we'll call him Bob. Have you noticed the thin women? You know the bones in the back of the thin women, they actually show? Not on your old friend. No, not on D. Not on D. They don't show on D. But there's a bone there, you know, that usually protrudes. But not in my case. It's still there, though. So I put the mineral ice on it. When I go to raise my arm, I go, oof, something's wrong. Something. I've had it before. I just go, why did these... You know, ever since I turned 66, all of a sudden I feel like I'm going downhill. That's not a good thing, my friends. It's not. But we're not here to discuss my aches and pains. Who cares? Who cares? I'm still breathing. I'm still on this earth. And the coffin lid has not been shut. So it's still here. Anyway, I watched the Academy Awards the other night. Did you watch? Oh, please. You know, first of all, the jewels, the outfits, magnificent. Magnificent. I don't even have to tell you. Never in my life will I ever wear jewels and gowns of that quality. Ever. Ever. Now ask yourself, Dee, do you care? No, I do not. No, I do not. I don't care. I'm not a material girl, so it really doesn't. Oh, I'm not a material girl. Whatever, Madonna. She's too old. She needs to get off the stage. She's another one. Holding on for dear life. It's like, lady, I've seen you now. You got to go home. You got to go home. You got so much money. You know, why did they throw themselves out there? Especially when she's doing the squatting and the thrusting and whatever the hell she's doing. It's not a good look on a 60-year-old. A 65? What is she? I have no idea. But it's just not a good look. It's just not a good look. That's just my opinion. You may leave yours in the comments section below. The only one that still looks great is Cher. I don't know. This woman is 80 years old. She looks fabulous. She really doesn't. You see, she's got a tall drink of water young with her. Oh, my God. Cher don't give up. They said, like, the only thing that'll be around after a nuclear explosion are cockroaches and Cher. She looks fantastic. She just looks fantastic. Anyway, do you remember the headdress she wore in an Academy Awards? Do you remember when the Academy Awards were the Academy Awards? When you had the Barbara Walters special in the beginning? Like that hour, Barbara would bring on real movie stars. Like the Elizabeth Taylors, the Sidney Poitiers. And she'd sit there and she would interview them. And she'd be on a staircase. Barbara Walters would be on a staircase in the beginning. And she'd say, this evening, we will be sitting down with her little lisp and everything she had going on with herself. Class act. Barbara Walters was a class act. And she would interview all these celebrities. But they were A celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like A1 celebrities. Real movie stars, they don't have them today. Who do we have left? Who do we have left that are A-listers when it comes to movie stars? Morgan Freeman, Meryl Streep. Oh, goodness. Now what's it? Now you're going to hold me to it. A couple of the younger guys, but they're like movie stars. And good looking, you know what I'm saying? But there's not too many more. There's not too many more. And a couple of women. But honestly, the days of the movie star are gone. What are people watching? They're watching reality television shows. These people think they're stars. You know, for a minute, a flash in the pan. But I'm talking about real stars. They just don't seem to exist anymore like they used to. And let me say something else. Women were women back then. You never saw a woman go out of her house like a movie star, like a Joan Crawford, anybody like that. If they were going to be in the public, you weren't wearing shorts and a T-shirt. No. Joan Crawford, fully coiffed. I don't have to tell you. Did you see that movie, Mommy Dearest? Yeah, she would put the ice baths on her face. I mean, before she left that house, and if she had to leave the house before she got to the studio, she was like draped because you weren't going to see what she looked like. Nowadays, they're walking their dogs in the streets. You know, you go, oh, who cares? I grew up in Long Island. The Hamptons are not too far from where I used to live. And you know what? I wasn't impressed. I'm not impressed with any of them, to be honest with you. I'm just not. But I enjoy... There's our buddy. By the way, there's my flowers and balloons over there because I said, why am I putting them in the kitchen? I can't see them. I know what you're thinking. Really, Denise? You don't go in the kitchen very often? Shut your mouths. I sit here more than I sit in there, so I want to see my beautiful flowers in here. That's correct, my friends. Anyway, let's get back to the Academy Awards, shall we? So Conan O'Brien's hosting the Academy Awards. And he starts talking about Netflix, and I'm like, oh. Well, they really want you to go back to the movie theater. Yeah, that's what the so-called movie stars want you to do. They want you to go back to the movie theater. They don't want you renting this stuff at home. They want you to go into the movie theaters. Go into a movie theater. They're not crowded anymore. They really aren't. But it's such an inconvenience. Don't you agree with me? Leave that in the comments section also. You can leave that in there. It's an absolute inconvenience for most people. I know if I want to watch a good movie, I could sit right here in my recliner in my pajamas. Can you do that at your movie theater? No, you can't. If you have to get up to take a pee, you put the movie on pause, you get up, you do that. Can't do that in the movie theater now, can you? Do I want to pay for overpriced popcorn when I can pop it myself? Yeah, I can. For pennies on the dollar, pennies. If you want a box of candy like some Raisinets or some gummies or what have you, you go over to the Dollar Tree, $1.25, you buy a box of chocolate or Raisinets. You know, Raisinets, they're really delicious. I know. Shut up. We're going into Lent soon. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to give up something. We'll see. And another subject. Anyway, you go to Dollar Tree, you get the Raisinets, you come home, you put the TV on. Now think about it when you're in the movie theater. Don't you hate it? Now, the last time I was in the movie theater, what did I see? Downton Abbey. Loved it. But you know what? It was old people in there. They knew enough to shut up. Little of this. That was it. You go into a movie theater now, my goodness. Any kind of other movie, you got one snapping the gum behind you. And you got the talkers that are behind you and you're constantly doing this. Like, you're not trying to be too obvious, but you're like, and your like shoulders are going up. People are annoyed and they don't care and they're rude and they just keep talking. Then they're yelling at their kids. I'm sorry, celebrities, but people have now realized that they can sit in their homes, in their pajamas, waiting for your movie to go on sale on Amazon. I know. That's what I do. All the new movies, like I wanted to see Conclave, I really did. And I went, it's $19.99 or whatever it was at the time. I said, no, absolutely not. I will wait till that movie's like $5.99 to rent it. And the movie stars are having like a fit because they know, like they get paid for all this stuff. And sorry to tell you, but we're not watching like you used to. The ticket sales at movie theaters are ridiculous, but I found it to be fascinating, the whole entire thing. Not too much politics in this Academy Awards, which I have to say was very refreshing. I mean, I'm so sick of it. Democrats, Republicans, we all gone out and watched your videos and movies and all this other stuff. And now you have to turn around and, alienate half your population of people that enjoyed you. Stupid. It's just stupid. So I went, you know what? I watch these things at my house. I enjoy them more. Years ago, I want to tell you what I used to do. And again, this is what I used to do. I knew that Barbara Walters would be on, and I knew I made a whole day of it. I would first of all get ready for the Academy Awards. I'd make sure my hair and makeup were all done. Because after all, I thought I was on the program myself. If you think I'm lying, I'm not. I used to be all ready for the Academy Awards. Then I would say, I make an order to the Chinese restaurant. Hello, I'd like to place an order, please. Because I was going to have my dinner with the stars. Yes, I was. At least with Barbara Walters. I go pick up my Chinese food. It was a whole process. Bring it in, put like a nice... Doug wasn't here. He was on the road. So you can imagine how nutty this house was. I put the tray in front of me. I'd have my Chinese food. I'd wait for Barbara to come on. And then I'd start eating. Oh, I'm telling you, I had my own routine for years. And then I stopped. When it became really political and everybody was bitching, moaning, complaining, I went, well, this is not fun anymore. Why can't we have fun? I just want to see you people looking beautiful in your jewels. Even though I wouldn't buy that jewelry if you paid me. And I mean it. I wouldn't. Or the clothes, or the shoes. Like when people say, the first time I ever heard of Manola Blahniks was on Sex in the City. I had no idea what Manola Blahniks were. And I'm like, okay, so what? They're shoes. I am so not the material girl. It's so sad. Like people say, I got a new purse. I got a new pocketbook. I go, really? I got mine off of Amazon for $20. Yeah, I know. Not material things don't interest me. I just like to look at this stuff, admire it, and say, oh, it looks so pretty. Or, look at some of the scantily clad women. It's like, go put something on. Go put some clothes on, for goodness sakes. We all know what you got over there. The slits all the way up to the, I don't have to tell you, the papuchka there. Yeah, there's no need. There's no need. Have it a little calmed down there. So people, and the boobies hanging out all over the place. We know you got them. We don't need to see them like dripping out of the dress. But you could always tell the ones that had the surgery, you know what I mean, the ones that had them all yanked up and ready to go, because they're never going to wear anything that's a little conservative. Absolutely not. They want the world to know, hey, I hike these things up and they cost me a fortune. Everybody needs to see them. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll for 10 minutes already with you people. Oh, my goodness. Isn't it fun? You never know what you're going to get over here. You really don't. You never know what you're going to get. That's what makes my channel, I think, for me, fun to do. It really does. It makes it fun to do for me. What else can I say? Oh, you saw the video where I went to the casino. Yes! It was fabulous. Even though I did get off one of those machines, I got off the big ticketed item ones. I got off of, I kept pulling the tickets. I was still playing, having some fun. But I had a grand time. Great dinner out. Fabulous. I enjoyed myself. I really did. What else happened over the... Yeah. Oh. How could you forget the shit hitting the fan? What was it? My birthday on the 28th when Zelensky came to speak to Donald Trump. And here's your friend going, what the hell is happening? I'm telling you, I thought to myself, are we insane? Is the world just imploding on itself? Why can't we all get along? Why? They're all talking about these earth minerals. Oh, these earth minerals. For the AI. They say China's doing better. We have to get them. We got it. I'm like, hey, you know what, my friends? And you could leave this in the comments section below, too. Do you remember we didn't even have computers that existed? We didn't even have computers. We didn't have these fancy dude-out cell phones that were, following our every move. And you know what? We lived. We were able to get the local newspaper. You watched a little local news. Who the hell is watching news on television anymore? Old people. That I will tell you. Because the pharmaceutical companies are just giving them so much money. You ever see those pharmaceutical companies? See, this is me. I'm going to be all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'll take it because I enjoy it. The pharmaceutical companies, showing all those disease pills that you have to take. Who's the target audience? Do you think young people are watching? No, the old. And most old people are watching cable news and regular news. I don't. That's what you have the internet for, and you can watch everything in real time, and you don't have to listen to some commentator. Oh, I wouldn't give you my time of day. I just wouldn't. What else is going on? I know, but that whole thing was just crazy. And then I go on the TikTok, because I have Buddy over there, and then I scroll just a little bit, because the people are losing their minds over there too. And they're all screaming and carrying on. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sorry, may I get away? And what's going on with the Instagram too? I don't know what's going on with Instagram. May I say something to all of you? Yeah, I might as well say. The Instagram, I don't know why in my feeds I'm getting some really weird stuff, these old women that are naked, basically, that I am sorry, but that's not a 20-year-old body standing in front of you. And I'm just saying, could you please put something on? I mean, I get it if you have that kind of confidence, but that's a scary look. I'm just going to say it right out loud. I don't care if you have the best body in the world and you're 65 years old. Calm it down. Just calm down just a little bit. You'd think you would have learned not to be scantily clad at that age on a social media site. And the whole thing with social media, too, that's another thing. I think there's going to be a day when we're all going to leave social media, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember we talked about the robots and the AI? Well, just recently, I don't know if you had seen this on Instagram or any place else that they're throwing videos. Did you see where Lazinski, I can't say his name, from the Ukraine, the president, punches Donald Trump and it looks like it's real? Well, that's AI, my friends. Now there's going to come a time when they're going to take your image, your voice. Yeah, can you imagine trying to copy this voice? But there'll be somebody trying to copy it, I guarantee you. They're going to take your face, your voice, because that's what this is going to do, and they're going to make you sound and look like you've done something you never did before. That's AI. And that should scare the shit out of most people. I really mean it. Because even if you go, I'm not that important. If somebody knows that technology really well, and you just might have an enemy out there, they can make you say and do things you never, ever, ever said or did. And it's coming, and it's going to come here fast. I would say in the next 5 years, that technology is going to be so good that people won't even recognize. They'll be like, did she say that really? Did he say that? That's how good it's going to be. And that's going to be when it gets scary. I'm telling you right now, that's when it's going to be, when it gets really scary. Could you imagine presidents saying, I don't care, I want to start war, or I'm going to put the... It can get nuts. It will get insane. That's why I go, can we live without all this stuff? Can we? Can we put down the phones? Can we go back to when I was a kid? When I was a kid, we were playing Regal Levio and red light, green light on the street. Stickball, paddleball. That's what we were doing as kids. We didn't have our noses in phones. We didn't have them. And for this generation that's just growing up, this is all they're going to know is technology. This is all they're going to know. And they're not going to know how we did things in the 70s and the 80s, even the 90s. You know, I grew up, look, I'm 66. We all know that. I was a child of the 60s and the 70s. You can't bring those days back. And yet they were fun. They really were fun days. They say it's advanced and it's progressive and things. I don't believe that. I believe our kids should be kids. My mother used to give me a dime. She goes, just in case you get in trouble, there's a phone booth, call me. That's what it was. It was like that. Children don't even know what a phone booth is. Yeah, I know. You put an old-fashioned phone in front of the children, they don't know what it is. They have no idea. Like, what is that? A handle? They have no idea. They don't know. If you don't tell them, they have no clue. They're clueless, the children now. We're clueless about technology. We're trying to learn it. I'll never get it all. I never will. Oh, my God. I have just rambled on for 17 minutes. Let me get off of here. I just wanted to say hello to all of you people. If you enjoy my channel, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Leave me comments. If any of these things I said related to you today, or you remember some things from your past, because I notice I do bring up a lot of things that people go, Denise, I remember that. Be good and be kind to one another. The heart is all that matters. And I will see you all so soon. Take it easy, my friends. Mwah!